Nicole here. Just wanted to pop on again to talk with you. Hi, I hope you're having a good night, good evening, good dreams, good thoughts, good feelings. I I've been thinking so much about community and the, how to build community, and actually I've been trying to build a community for a really long time. Um uh I think that I want to share a little bit about like how I grew up and sorry, excuse me, how I grew up and I don't know, like where all my ideas came from, I guess, or like why I feel so strongly about this to try and make sense of it for myself. Um, I think community is really important for healthy, happy people and people like we need each other. Obviously, we've evolved that way. Uh, it's really hard to live off the grid, especially if you're doing it alone. Um, and we need society and we need cities. Uh, but what's happening in Ontario is like this housing crisis, which I think is happening in a lot of different places in North America, maybe overseas as well. I don't know. But I don't know, this idea that everyone needs to have their own, like each couple or whatever it is, needs to own their own home is kind of ridiculous. When you look at other cultures, especially over time, like it doesn't always happen. And I don't even think it's a luxury or a good thing. I think it's isolating. Like in my previous video, I posted um, about cubicle living. You get into your car and basically it's a cubicle of isolation, and you spend so much time driving on roads, this huge transportation issue. And it's like, well, if we didn't have as much urban sprawl, we wouldn't be so reliant on cars. And then when you like look at the history of like North America, and you look at how GM, General Motors lobbied for um, different things to prevent transit from being developed. And a lot of cities don't have very good transit systems. So, this idea that you need to travel an hour to go to your closest grocery store so that you can own a home is so heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. Like, these are basic needs. Like, everyone needs to have shelter. These are basic needs. We need water. We need shelter. Like, we need food. We need clothes. We need good childcare. And, like, I don't really see how. I think that I'm looking, I don't know, maybe I just need to move to a small town or something, but I just see a lot of isolation and like these major roads going in that are so big, and like they're just lined with these new developments of these tiny little cubicle homes that all look alike, and it's ugly and it's a waste of land space. And I just, I don't know. I don't think we should strive towards a world where everyone owns a car. And I think that it would be better if the majority of cities were walkable. Um, like having little hamlets that are walkable, where every hamlet has a grocery store, an office building, doctor, groceries, your laundromat, like everything that you need. So you don't need to get into a car if you don't want to. Anyways, I started this as saying I was going to talk about my past. So when I was little, I really liked. I remember my very favorite field trip was the Pioneer Village, and just having a a different pace of life. I don't know if I can keep up with this pace of life for very long. And I remember I did a video actually with another YouTuber where I talked about my education and my life and what I've done, and there's a comment about that has kind of stuck with me, I guess. I mean, at the time it hurt, but like you're gonna get negative comments sometimes. That's kind of the nature of sharing your art or your thoughts or whatever, but on this platform. But anyways, I said that I couldn't hack it as a midwife and I couldn't hack it as an engineer. And I remember thinking, well, that's not really true. They don't really know me or what went down in those areas of my life. I mean, I am an engineer, but I don't know. I don't think that I don't think I'm well suited to working a 9-to-5 job. That I feel my body aches all the time, and I know that I need to exercise more, but and I think that would help, but it's hard to exercise when my body hurts so much, and I think it's from sitting a lot. And sorry, I don't mean to be so emotional. Sorry. I just really want things to improve, and I think that at least if I post these videos where I say, you know, we should be thinking more clearly about land development and how we build houses and urban sprawl, and how that doesn't help. Urban sprawl doesn't foster communities, and communities aren't developing. You know, if you want to be part of a community, where are you gonna go? Like, I think there are basically two main options: sports and church. Well, not everyone fits those areas, you know? I mean, I do like sports, but I don't know. Maybe I should try that next. Go and join a sports team. And well, I'm doing an acting class, and that does feel like community involvement. But I just, you know, with technology advancing so quickly, there is no drought. There are really no excuses for some of the bad stuff that happens. And I think that the norm, what is considered the norm in Canada, is not conducive to raising children. It's not conducive to stable mental health. And don't get me wrong, I'm not unhinged. I just really want things to be better. Like, I think everyone should have a better community. I think everyone should be able to afford a house by the time they're in their 30s, whether they went to university or college or not. I think that everyone should feel as though they can raise their children, you know, without making a huge sacrifice. Like, children don't get raised, they get dragged up because they never see their parents. Why? Because their parents are always working, and I don't want to work. I don't want to work. I don't have meaningful work, and it takes me away from things that do bring me joy, like going out to nature. I want to go hiking. I want to go windsurfing. I want to go hang gliding. I want to go to plays. I know that's really must be a naive thing or something, but failure to launch, failure to grow up, because as smart as I am, she was right. I can't hack it. So, and I'm angry. I just really want there to be a world where there's lots and lots of beauty and stability at the same time. And I don't know how to make it happen. There is a lot of beauty and stability. I mean, look at my room. It is a beautiful room. Is it not? Like, there's a plant and my ukulele. It's not easy to see, but it's very beautiful chest. My poster. My lamp. Everything is beautiful in this room. Even I'm beautiful. So there is lots of beauty, isn't there? Am I greedy? Do I want more beauty? I want beauty everywhere. And when I go outside and it's lots and lots of roads, I hate it. I hate it. I hate this cubicle living. I don't get to meet people that actually match me. How does somebody so sensitive like me meet people who can match my energy, my level? I'm not on your level, I'm on my own level. It's not that one level is above the other or not, it's just that I'm speaking a different language than most people that I know. And it has not always gone so easy for me. I'm so emotional, particularly today, because there was this community that invited me in, and I can't do it because I don't believe a lot of things that they believe, and it's a church, so. And it was so upsetting to me because for the last so many years, I've been trying so hard. You know, and there's different ways to build community, or to find a community that fits. I had a community with my first boyfriend who I dated for a long time. Really long time. But it fell apart, as these things do, because first loves are bound to fail, really. For most people, anyways. And it was painful. It was painful having that dissolution of community. And I knew the end of university would be the same. I missed it so much that I went back and searched for it, but I didn't like working that isolated 9-to-5 job in engineering, so I went back to become a midwife. But I thought that in midwifery I would find a lot of community. But it wasn't a community I wanted to be part of. It's a community where something is going on there that I just don't like pushing yourself to an extreme. It feels like being assaulted to your core, to your soul. Like, there's not a lot of room to be a human there. And a lot of betrayal and a lot of bullying. And none of it was personal, you know. It just pushed to an extreme where these mostly women are exhausted all the time, and they're not their kindest selves when nobody's their kindest self when they're exhausted, especially all the time. And so I found that that was another dissolution of a community, although a community I don't want to be part of, but it still causes pain to my heart. I don't know what I'm in search for. I'm in search for something, and I use YouTube to try and manifest it. which is a crazy idea, I know. But I don't have any other ideas. You know, anytime I have an idea, I'll do it. I'll try it. I'm not scared of failure. Not really. I'll try because, you know, the more you try, the more chances you're going to get it right one of these days. I don't know. Maybe I am losing my mind. Because I do feel like, I don't know. I just want a better community. I want to feel safe. I want to feel safe. I don't want to see a future of endless, mind-numbing, soul-sucking monotony. An endless treadmill of work. And for what? To own my $1 million cubicle? Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm just expressive. That's all. I'm just very expressive of my emotion. I don't do it for attention. I'm upset because I'm upset for all of us. I think all of us deserve a lot better than this. Although there are a lot of good things in the world. Like waterfalls, and frogs, and worms, and spiders. Spiders are good. I like spiders. I know they're scary, aren't they? At first they are scary, but they really are more scared of you than you are of them. They're just another creature like all the other creatures. Nature. Nature is truly probably the best gift ever. And extreme sports, like when your body gets flung, or roller coasters, it makes you feel like you're flying through the air. I love it. Music is worth it. I think life is worth it, but there are a lot of things that are really hard. And yeah. There's this idea that, you know, we somehow are like our souls at a soul level, like chose to come here to put ourselves through this. There are other places. There really are other places outside of Earth. There's infinite dimensions, infinite universes. I hope that doesn't scare people away to hear me say that, but it's true. I really do know it's true. I mean, I'll just be full honest here. I don't think it matters anymore. You do enough psychedelics, you know there's infinite dimensions. And there was a period in my life where I did a lot of psychedelics. So, yeah. There are infinite dimensions. There are places you would not believe. There are places that you would not believe. One place is one of my favorite places. Is there's this place where there's these beings and all they do is pass these other beings. Like there's two different types of beings, one that's older and one that's more young or smaller, and the bigger ones are passing the smaller ones, and that's all they do there. Like, and they always know exactly where the next baby is coming from. I don't know what it means, but yes, it exists. So, you know, I guess like with my knowledge that like there are definitely other places that exist, and there are other places that are magical and beautiful, and everyone is lounging about and having a good time. And I think this one, our particular place, our particular home is not the easiest home to be in. So there's this idea that we come here to put ourselves through this on purpose, because God wants to know, because we all want to know what everything feels like. And you can experience absolutely anything that you could imagine, you can experience. And one time I felt what it felt like to have, as if all my blood was made out of liquid metal. which I guess is kind of true. I mean, there's a lot of iron in your blood, but like, ooh, it was a weird sensation I felt. And one time, another sensation I felt was where my mind bended in half. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than that in words. It's hard to describe in words. But yeah, anything that you can imagine can be experienced. And there's all these magical places that exist. And it's all really fun. I haven't really discovered any evil things, so yeah, don't worry about that. But yeah, I want this home to be the most beautiful that it can be. I really do. And there's been, I don't know, just I hate these ugly roads. I hate these ugly subdivisions. They're ugly and it's a mockery. It's a mockery of what could be. And when I go drive past them, I feel mocked and I don't like it. Don't buy $1 million cubicle. Just don't. I'm not gonna buy $1 million cubicle. And I'm not gonna buy a car. Well, I might eventually, because I really like my freedom and I want to take weekend trips so I can go hang gliding. Eventually, if I save for it. I just really want a better community where everything is walkable. I think if things were walkable, people would talk to each other more on the streets. I think if things were walkable, there could be music in the streets. Why isn't there music in the streets? If we didn't have cars, maybe there would be more dancing. There aren't dances anymore. It's hard to find a dance. I want to go dancing. I want to go dancing. And I miss concerts. That's a good thing. I love concerts. You know, when you go to see your favorite band, there are a certain type of person there, and especially if you don't know anyone that likes that band, then you go, it's very exciting because you can see, okay, what are this like, what are other people like this band, what are they like, how do they dress, how do they talk, what do they like, you know, what are they about? And it's very exciting. One time I went to a concert, it was the best concert I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot of concerts. Fever Ray, I think, was absolutely the best concert I've ever been to. She's amazing, and it was a good concert because I really liked who I was with, and I really liked that venue, and I really liked that day. It's just an exciting day, and it had magic in it. I guess I get upset because I think that there's less and less of those things if urban sprawl continues, and urban sprawl is going to continue. I just want to organize my life so that I don't have to do that. I don't care if I can't hack engineering, whatever that means. I want to live a human life. I want to live a human life. I want to have a baby. Because babies, it's like you take care of them and they're cute, and children are so, they can't help but be themselves. They can't help but be fully authentic. And you can see their soul. You can just see it. And I want to take good care of all the children. A better world for children. Even if I never have my own. It won't be this is not a villain origin story. More likely, You know who I am? I'm some princess locked away in a tower. And there is a dragon. It's not a physical dragon. It breathes fire just the same. Marmor. Yeah, I'm some kind of princess locked away in a tower. Well, I don't think that any prince is going to knock on my door and find me. So I better figure out how to slay my own dragon, I guess. At least I'll have more freedom. But I don't know how. I don't know how. And I've got myself trapped into a deep well. Anyways, I'm sorry for being emotional. I used to think that it was weird that people would post when I was a teenager. Sometimes you see teenagers posting things where they cry online, and I used to think that that was weird and made me feel weird and uncomfortable. But so I'm sorry if I made you feel that way. I really am. I don't do it for attention. I do it like for exactly the reason I said, which is, YouTube posting videos that anyone can look up and watch online that will always be there forever on the internet. It's like a magic symbol. A magic symbol. Maybe an AI in the future will see this and think that maybe something I've said was a good idea. And even if my ideas are wrong, then maybe somehow my desires will be manifested anyways. I just want a stable future that's full of beauty. And to slow down. And I want a baby. And concerts and windsurfing and not to feel that at any moment everything can be lost. I might be suffering now, but it's fear of more suffering. Kind of pointless to worry about suffering, which brings suffering, but I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. And I know it. Anyways, don't worry about me. If I do end up posting this video, it just is about manifesting dreams and showing that it's okay to be yourself and it's okay to share your ideas. It's okay to be wrong. I could be wrong about anything or everything. But yeah. I pray for balance in our world. And for healing for all of us. Okay. Peace out, Girl Scout. It's okay. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm not as happy. It's just all just a wave, like a river flowing by. That's really what it is. And it's just a stage play, so I'm just playing my part. Have good dreams. Have good dies. Dies? I don't know where that came from or what that means. Have good dreams. Have good adventures. Have good thoughts. Lots of love. Love for worms. Love for spiders. Love for frogs and toads. And cats. And puppies. I love puppies. Love for beauty. And love for yourself. Most importantly, love for yourself. Alright. Peace out, Girl Scout. Good luck. Good luck, Butterfly.